up? What's up? So, Happy New Year to you first and foremost. This is the last day of 2025, and every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Am I right? So, what you just heard was some pretty emotional music right there. You know, you got a drumless chord progression, kind of droning boom, 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 boom. Could it be Drake? Could it be emo? Could it be R&B? What we're really looking at with that is a chord progression that is common in R&B for sure, and it has some emo vibes that I kind of added to it. I kind of just put some emo sauce on it. So, you know, really what it all boils down to is if you want to layer a good emo slash R&B sort of loop in which you get that sort of, kind of like I said, it's like a drumless, listen to this loop, listen back. This loop is made up of 4 parts and one is actually hidden. So because it's drumless, how do we stay in time? That could be a challenge for most guitar players, actually. I mean, so the way that you can get this going, all right, let me just start this loop from the get-go. I'll clear this loop out and we'll build it from the get-go, and I'll show you how you can make this nice, richly layered loop. It is in the key of C, and as I've mentioned before, the key of C is the master key. So let's take a look at this chord progression, these chords. We're looking at 3 chords here, man. 3 chords. We're looking at F major 7, A minor 7, and E minor 7. Now, what you could do is you could take this progression and you could add E7 to that. So you could add 4 measures, 4/4 time, and then that 4th measure do an E7 to turn it around. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit at the end. So let's first take a look at how we would do this. Like if we're going to build a progression like this in our loop pedal, I decided that I was going to make a loop that was something like this, like in the background to get the rhythm, so that then we can layer shell voicings over that. So we start off like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hope that works, right? So then what you do is in the background, shell voicing. So what you have is an F major 7 shell voicing made up of just 3 notes right there. F, right? You got F, A, and E. So you're just going to do it like that. F major 7, and you go like this to an A minor 7, which is kind of like this minor 9. This is the minor 7, that shape right there. And then you just drop that to E. And then we're gonna layer some open strings, some power chords, and then we're gonna call it a day, right? And then have a loop, a song that we can, or a loop that we can then make a song to with our own melodies. All right. So getting this, we got this going right here. We go. Is it perfect? Maybe not. So then I do this over it. And then we layer some power chords over this. three minor arpeggios, since it's in the key of C, fit perfectly over this progression. If you hear it, we can start off with a D minor arpeggio, a D minor triad I'll show you, an E minor triad, and then go up to an A minor triad. So look at this. We got this going. So here's our D minor triad right here. The idea, right? So with this progression, all we're doing is we're doing, you know, that's where the R&B turnaround comes into play. So if you want to play some serious, like emotional music, it could be emo, it could be R&B, but to really add the spice to it, you throw in an E major or an E7 to turn it around. So you got this, you can get this going like, do it pretty much like that. You can add that E7. I was kind of sloppy there, but you know, like something like, there you have it right there. You got some R&B chords right there. F major 7, A minor 7, E minor 7, and then an E dominant 7 or an E major. You can put it in there. So hope you have fun with this. Happy New Year. See you next time.